Today I wanted to show you guys a great game store in Asheville, North Carolina, and that is Gamescape. You can see here we have lots of HD TVs because they do have lots of tournaments. I'm assuming Street Fighter 4, those kinds of things. Also have your drum set there for Rock Band. And they do have a small selection of Blu-rays, DVDs, that kind of thing, why not? And great wall artwork throughout the store. Now you can see here that they have lots of strategy guides as well, including one for Mario Kart Wii, which I'm not sure why you would need a strategy guide for, but I suppose there's something for everyone. Again, we have lots of great game-related things on the walls here. And in our first case here, we have our complete-in-box Sega Genesis games. And then below, we also have our Game Gear, and we have some Shenmue 2 here for the Dreamcast, really fantastic game, other box Dreamcast games, as well as our Genesis carts, as well as some Atari 2600 carts. And I should mention the prices are really incredible at this store. Here we have some N64 games, Rayman 2, it's a favorite of mine, and some consoles as well. And I should note that if there's anything they don't have, Rich is more than happy to find it for you. And of course we have to have a Star Wars poster on the wall. You know it's a good place when there's a Star Wars poster on the wall. And as you can see behind the counter, he's got lots of boxed consoles and whatnot. A great NES sports set there, 3DO, everything in really nice shape. And some of the more expensive games are behind the counter, but again, the prices are really fair on all of these, I think. And everything is in really great shape. So we have our Sega Saturn there, as well as our Super Nintendo games. Lots to choose from. The store is also a great hangout location for local gamers, and this is something I'd really like to see out of more game stores. And I almost passed by the Making of Final Fantasy book that they have as well. So here we have your NES games. You can see a little Excite Bike there, always a favorite. And our Sega Sports Edition Dreamcast. Some more NES games. Of course, the more sought-after ones are going to be closer to the top, and then your more common ones down below. Star Voyager, another interesting game there. And again, just lots to choose from, great prices. Air Fortress, that's one of my personal favorites. If you guys haven't played that game, definitely check it out. So here we have a few GameCube games. Metroid Prime, classic one of course. And a little Zelda there for you. Star Fox, great selection again. Animal Crossing, if you're into that kind of thing. And Mario Party 7, Smash Brothers, the usual sought-after titles for the GameCube. And here we have the lonely Atari 5200 as well as the NES sports pad there. Original Xbox games. And you can see they even have the wireless Atari 2600 controllers, which are pretty cool, as well as some tabletops there. Here we have the PlayStation 1 games. Got the Oddworld games. Definitely classics there. Once again, Rayman 2 and Magic Carpet, which I think is definitely an underrated game, so definitely check that one out too if you haven't. And here we have a clear Xbox behind the counter. PlayStation 2 games. Plenty to choose from. And there's not too much in the way of fluff in these selections. You may be watching and thinking, this isn't the biggest selection I've ever seen, but the majority of the titles available are ones that you would want to have. So there's not a lot of that extra trash that you see at a lot of game stores that are just filling up shelves. So there we had our Xbox 360 games and our PlayStation 3 games. And again, the prices are just really fair on all these. You're not going to find your usual GameStop sort of rip-off prices here. And behind the counter, there are various consoles. Some are for sale, some are actually for rent. You can actually rent them and play them at the store. And here we have the Wii Selection. Definitely have to have some Zelda going on there. And they have these pretty cool little coasters and whatnot. Sort of 8-bit design there. And here we have your 3DS, Vita, DS, Game Boy Advance, those sorts of things. Alright, now we're back home. I just want to show you guys what I picked up there. First of all, we have an Xbox 360 wireless controller. Pretty standard, of course. This one's in good shape. You see it actually says 25 on there, but he gave it to us for $23, which is pretty cool. And my one wireless controller that I had is broken, so that's definitely needed. The next thing is Bloodwake. And I'm not really, this is for the original Xbox, I'm not really familiar with this game, to be honest with you, but it sort of looks like maybe like a Hydro Thunder meets Twisted Metal or something of that nature. It looks like fun. Maybe crappy, but I'm not sure if you can see that, but let's see if you have a focus. Maybe? No? It was originally $5. This is in the $5 bin. But the disc has a couple scratches on it, and Rich is very adamant about only selling games that are in really top condition. So he actually gave me this one for free. So that was awesome. Amy, my wife, got Alice Madness Returns for the Xbox 360. We've heard good things about this one. And this is brand new. This one was $19.50, I believe. Yeah, $19.50. And finally, I think my favorite part of the deal here, Soulcalibur 5. Now I asked about this. This is the the collector's edition, and those of you who know me know that as terrible as I am at fighting games nowadays, I do like the Soulcalibur series. I have really fond memories of the Dreamcast version. Still play it from time to time. So I assume since it's the collector's edition that it would be really expensive, but if you can see on here, it was only $22. So let me get this thing out of here. I can do this with one hand. So it's actually in really good condition. You can see this is sort of this kind of leather material here. I'm not sure if it's actually leather, but probably not. But at any rate, we've got the making of Soulcalibur 5 DVD. We've got the game itself. It's in really nice condition, really mint condition. And then we have the art book. So, and it's in good shape. A few fingerprints, but no big deal. So let's see if I can get this open. So yeah, it's kind of things you would expect in a collector's edition. And then in the back here we have the soundtrack CD. So I think that's a pretty sweet deal for $22. So anyway, that's yeah, there's Soulcalibur 5. So that's what we picked up. Soulcalibur 5 here. Alice Madness Returns. And we got our free Bloodwake here. And our Xbox 360 controller. So if you're ever in the Asheville area, be sure to check out Xcape.